everyone, it's English time. How are you today? I hope you are all doing well and you are safe at home. Bună ziua tuturor! Este ora de engleză. Cred că sunteți cu toți bine și sunteți în siguranță acasă. I'm Gabriela Tsilakidis. I'm an English teacher and this is my colleague Akshay Singh, an
Hello.
English teacher too. And we will be your English teachers for today. Eu sunt Gabriela Tsilakidis și domnul este colegul meu, Akshay Singh. Astăzi vom fi profesorii voștri de limbă engleză. What are we going to do today? Let's see, shall we? Ce vom face astăzi? Today we are going to talk about...
Interviews.
Să vorbim despre tipurile de interviuri.
What is an interview? An interview is a meeting in which someone asks you questions to see if you are suitable for a job.
Ce este un interviu? Este o întâlnire în cadrul căreia cineva te întreabă pentru a vedea dacă ești potrivit pentru jobul respectiv. We've got some questions here.
Let me read the questions. How do you define success? What are your future goals? Why do you want this job? And tell me about yourself.
Cum definești termenul de succes? Care sunt scopurile tale pentru viitor? De ce dorești această slujbă? Și spunem câteva lucruri despre tine. Okay, this is another type of interview. Will you?
This interview is a bit different. This is a meeting in which someone answers questions about himself or herself for a newspaper article or for a television show, etc.
Acest tip de interviu este o întâlnire în cadrul căreia cineva întreabă pe altcineva despre informații despre viața lui pentru un ziar sau pentru televiziune sau alte întâlniri pentru televiziune. Okay, here we've got a video clip about basic English dialogues. An example of a job interview.
And these are some basic questions in the interview. What's your name?
Cum te numești?
What's your name? How do you spell your last name?
Cum poți spune pe silabe numele tău, pe litere?
How do you spell your last name? Why do you want this job?
De ce dorești această muncă, această slujbă?
Why do you want this job? How many languages can you speak?
Câte limbi cunoști, poți vorbi?
And finally, how did you find out about this job?
Și cum ai aflat despre această slujbă? I'm going to play the video because I want you to hear the questions.
Question number 1. What's your first name?
John.
Question number 2.
How do you spell your last name?
S-M-I-T-H.
Question number 3.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm 25 years old and single.
Question number 4.
Why do you want this job?
I'm interested in banking.
Question number 5.
How many languages can you speak?
3 languages.
Question number 6.
How did you find out about this job?
My friend told me about it.
So, can I ask you a question, Akshay?
Of course, Gabriela.
Okay, what's your name?
Gabriela, you just said my name. My name is Akshay. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Gabriela, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm 43 years old. I'm an English teacher and I love kids and I love my job. Okay, let me ask you a question now. Why do you want this job?
I like teaching, and I thought that if I took this job, it would give me a chance to advance professionally, to learn more about my job, and I think it would make me happy.
Okay. Very good.
Gabriela, I'm sorry, how many languages can you speak?
So I can speak 3 languages: Greek, Italian, and English.
Well, I found out about this job from my friends.
Okay, very good. So let's repeat the questions for our children.
Of course.
Să repetăm întrebările pentru copiii care ne vizionează, se uită. What's your name? Cum te numești?
How do you spell your last name?
Cum poți spune pe litere numele tău de familie?
Tell me about yourself.
Spune-mi ceva despre tine.
Why do you want this job?
De ce îți dorești această slujbă?
How many languages can you speak?
Câte limbi poți vorbi? Câte limbi cunoști?
How did you find out about this job?
Și cum ai aflat despre această slujbă? Thanks a lot, Akshay. Let's
you.
move on. Okay, now we are going to talk about interviewing a celebrity. The previous one was about a job interview. Now we are going to talk about celebrities. Cel din urmă, dinainte, a fost un interviu despre ocuparea unui post. Acest interviu este despre celebrități și cum putem să le intervievăm. I'm going to play the video for a bit and afterwards we'll talk about the questions. Voi porni videoclipul, după care vom vorbi și vom discuta despre
Hi, I'm
întrebări.
Jackie Chan. I'm going undercover in the internet. This is actually me. All right, I'm ready. What is Jackie Chan's secret? What's my secret? I have no secret. Everybody knows where I'm born, what my father was doing. Poor me, I have no secret. I want some secret. How did Jackie Chan die? Jackie Chan never dies. There's somebody looking after me, probably my father, my mom. Enter. Who trained Jackie Chan? When I was young, my master trained me. 10 years after the martial arts school, I trained myself. Morning karate, afternoon hapkido, at night boxing, middle of the night health club. So this is why I can live 80 years old, looks like a 60. And Jackie Chan have the same accent. No, his accent is more, I'll be back. My accent is still like a baby, quite sexy. I watched 200 Jackie Chan movies and yet I still can catch a fly, use a chopstick. Nobody can do that. That's in the movie. Nobody can catch a fly with a chopstick. Nonsense.
What's Jackie Chan? Let's imagine that my colleague is Jackie Chan. Să ne imaginăm, colegul meu, domnul profesor Akshay Singh, este
Thank you,
Jackie Chan.
Gabriela.
What's Jackie Chan's secret? Care este secretul lui Jackie Chan?
Well, I can say my secret is routine. I make sure that I wake up every morning early, do my exercises, do my work that I have to do, and go to bed in time.
Ok, so training all the time.
Training.
Ok, exersează, da? Pentru a-și putea face singur propriile cascadorii. How did Jackie Chan die? Cum a murit Jackie Chan?
I'm sorry, but I am not dead, Gabriela.
Jackie Chan never dies. Jackie Chan nu moare niciodată. The third question. Who trained Jackie Chan? Cine l-a antrenat pe Jackie Chan?
My master trained me many years ago, and then later I trained myself.
Antrenorul meu m-a antrenat cu mulți ani în urmă, dar după un timp m-am antrenat singur. And the last one, what kind of martial arts did he take up? Care sunt artele marțiale pe care le-a urmat Jackie Chan?
I have taken up karate and I have taken up aikido.
Very nice, very good. Thanks a lot. Deci, ce a făcut? Aikido și karate. Okay, and the last one, which is a very funny one. Can Jackie Chan catch a fly with chopsticks? Poate Jackie Chan să prindă o muscă cu bețișoarele? Da?
That is a good question. No, Gabriela, I cannot catch a fly with the chopsticks. That is only in the movies.
In the movies. Deci nu pot face acest lucru, este posibil doar în filme. So let's repeat the questions and let's move on. What's Jackie Chan's secret?
How did Jackie Chan die?
Who trained Jackie Chan?
What kind of martial arts did he take up?
Do Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan have the same accent? Au cei doi actori același accent? And the last one, și
Can
ultima.
Jackie Chan catch a fly with chopsticks?
Okay, now we can move on to our practice. Now it's your turn, children, to imagine that you are interviewing Jackie Chan, my colleague. So what would you ask him? These are the questions. So I will be interviewing you. What's your job, Jackie Chan?
Well, as I said, I am a movie actor.
Very good. Care este slujba ta? Cu ce te ocupi? What's your job? Sunt actor. Where do you live?
I live in Galați.
Unde trăiești? Unde locuiești? Where do you live? Locuiesc în Galați. Why do you do your own stunts? De ce îți faci singur propriile cascadorii?
I do my own stunts because I enjoy doing them.
Îmi place foarte mult, îmi place să le fac de unul singur. When did you start acting in movies? Când ai început să joci în filme? When did you start acting in movies?
I started acting in movies when I was 15 years old.
Am început să joc în filme când aveam 15 ani. How long have you been acting? How long have you been acting? De când joci în filme?
I have been acting for 35 years.
Joc în filme de 35 de ani. Had you ever thought, but I think this one we can skip.
Let's
Had
skip
you
this
ever
one.
thought that you would, it's a famous person, Jackie Chan.
Of
so
course.
I think at some point he will know that he will become
Famous.
famous. Cred că la un moment dat și-ar fi dat seama că va ajunge o persoană faimoasă. Okay, kids, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed our presentation. And see you next time. And I hope you've learned some rules in this lesson today. Goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye.